비록 함께 전장에 나서는 건 아니지만 저희를 이끌어주는 건 단테님만 할 수 있는 일이에요. 이번에도 분명 원하시는 길로 저희를 잘 이끌어주시겠죠?
Hey guys, just give me 1 second. I'm getting a bottle of water so that we have something to drink. What's up, Spring Foxy? Just give me 1 second. I'm getting. I am back. Streamer makes his gallant return. Hope you guys are having a good one today. Or as good as it can be, of course. Dun da da dun! Alright. So, updates on matters, where we are, etc. Let's just get boom 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 and boom 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 there. Alright. So, minor update on stuff. We have got some new channel emotes as well as some new emotes in the Discord for those interested. I still am waiting for them to be approved for Twitch specifically, unfortunately, because they typically have like a time frame. He hasn't exploded. Yeah, thankfully not. How you doing, Yeast? Hope you're having a good one. But typically there's an acceptance period in order to get them confirmed and I guess like allowed via a TOS standard or something would be my best guess. So hopefully those go through at some point, and those with a tier 1 sub will have access to those there forward. We also have gotten our funny sponsor thing going, so every time you guys redeem Hydrate, I of course will still be taking my sip as per usual, but we do have a little mug animation now with the funny sponsor logo on it. I think it should be a funny way to do that, and I tried setting up via Steam Elements a timer rotation message, so we'll just have to see. I just got Ncorp Faust. W. I hope you enjoy her sanity thing, because it is very good and saved me a lot of the time when I was early on in the game. So hopefully it gives you a good run as well. But yeah. Hopefully that message should be coming in every now and then, and we'll be able to actually get a gauge on how functional it is and such. Shoot it. Let's throw that. Throw you. Don, you there, you there. That'll let you get yours up. He's fucked up. Let's go ahead and tag us in. Alright. Ooh. Let's dodge and discard that. That'll get us our 3. I want to play Limbus again. This sucks. Are you unable to because your device crapped out? I can't remember the reason that you're taking a break. It's because your phone shorted out, right? Pretty sure. Let's have you do that, Don. I played her with my Blood Fiend team and N-Corp Sinclair, and Sinclair kept being hopeless for some reason. So, N-Corp Sinclair is a negative sanity unit. So, I know this is a rough one. You understand how his mechanics and everything work, correct, Sping Foxy? You're not just going into the unit blind or anything? Yeah? Okay. Then my guess is either going to be that it's Fnatic having its dual effect with Enfaust on the field, or you potentially you had a negative sanity ego gift that was making it go up faster, potentially, to fuck with his sanity even more. I was going to get a new one this week, but it was out of stock. Oof. Rip. Alright. Foul. We're gonna do that. Heath. You're gonna go ahead and do that, brother. Well, hopefully you can find a new one that isn't out of stock sometime soon, Yeast. I understand Grip Sinclair is a negative ID, but Faust is supposed to help control that, right? I mean, it depends on if you're using her to the full extent, I suppose, would have to be my answer. Like, okay, so to elaborate on that. So the way Enfaust functions in how you get her working at her full efficiency is making sure that you're getting multiple lust resonance, and in getting the multiple lust resonance, that will be what allows you to get her passive to proc. When she's on field, 4 lust resonance will get, I believe it's 2 IDs plus 15 SP, if memory is serving me. And essentially what you're wanting to do is be able to mix that in where you can pretty much every single turn, which means for the Blood Fiend team, which is a very high lust team, you should be having a decent enough time being able to do that. But I think when you have N-Corp units and Enfaust on the field at the same time, there's an additional mechanic called Fnatic involved, which once I am done with this daily, I'll take a gander at the IDs and check and see for you. Okay. Having base ID Sinclair and Enfaust on the same team should make Sinclair go into panic. Also, I just noticed yesterday that N-Corp Yi Sang had bleed, so I added him to the team. Big W. Generally speaking, in the long run, I definitely grab Ring Sang for your bleed team. He had, aside from using him, which he's very good for the team, his passive for adding SP is just a very solid thing for the team as well. This would be another good bonus for N. Sinclair, for example. But yeah, so let's have a geese, shall we? So N Corp. Yeah, gain 1 fanatic. Final power, ba-ba-da. Do you lose additional SP with someone on field or something? No. You're all negative coin, right? Yes, you're all negative coin. Oh, wait. Hopeless. Spring Foxy, that's probably why. Are you maintaining him in negative sanity? If you're letting him get into positive sanity, he's gonna be getting high rolls, which actively go against his negative. So, something you're gonna be wanting to do, in Mirror Dungeon, there is a item, let me see if I could bring it up for you. What team are we using? Tremor would be a good one, or do we want to fuck with Envy? Let's do Tremor, we can leave Envy for another week. Yeah. Alright. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, so we're on Tremor, which... You. Okay. So, for N Sang, or for N... Yeah. Hey, what's up, Yeehin? So, unrisible, ayo, don't even. So, Spring Foxy, what you're gonna want to do when you're using N Claire, for example, is try and get Rags where you can, because Rags is gonna make it so every time you use his minus coin skill, which is any of his pretty much, he will automatically reset back to negative 15. And that will allow him to stay in the negatives and be able to clash at a much more reliable manner. Because otherwise, he's going to be in positive sanity, and that's going to be setting back his clash power pretty significantly a lot of the time. So, hopefully that should help you out a bit, potentially. Okay. Yeah, let's tag that out. Nate, what's up, T? How you doing? You smell like fried chicken? I wish I smelled like fried chicken, brother. Okay. No new messages in there. Get that Bochi out of my chat, son. Okay. So that's on combat start. Let's just do that. Ryoshu is in the squad. So let's do that. You do that. You there, you there. You just posted Bochi MF? Yeah, but it's my stream. That's the difference. Crying Aqua. Okay, let's do that, you do that, and you do that. That gets us 2 lust. We apply more gaze with Ryoshu. So, any thoughts or predictions on the new identities for Greg and Sinclair, guys? Or like any expectations that you're hoping about them based on the ID previews that we got? Oh my god, 1224? God damn.
위험인물 발견. 대검 방. 벌써 먹었나? 경외감 초래했습니다.
Lobo? W? Let us continue. Charge. We don't have a particular need to full spec into multiple things, except maybe poise if we want extra DPS. Ooh. You got this, Greg? Please? Thank you. Nebulizer peak. Okay, you're gonna go there. Let's see if that works, honestly. You there, you there. You there, do that. Greg, if you do that, that's lust. Alright. We'll work with it. Okay. No lust skills on board. So we're just gonna have to cut out using lust this turn, unfortunately. Which is fine. So you. Oh man, I cannot wait till next Walpurg so that hopefully I can get the Zhong office. I love Zwei-ish, right? But I really do want to try out Zhong office a bit and have some proper time with her. She looks so fun to just mix in with the rest of the IDs, really. Alright. Greg, you there. There's only open wound, but we should polish that into a further now. Do we? No, we don't. We need more green. Okay. So you're gonna do that. We do not have enough around the board. So we're gonna need one more lust, which we just do not have. Okay. I'm curious. Ooh. Oh, so that's why he's hopeless. What's up, Spring Foxy? What was the issue that you figured out? Was it his sanity like I was thinking, or...
근처에 용세염이라는 군거를 간 곳 있니? 그러므니 링컨버 캐신님 수건을 곁들인 용세염
I want to get the full office duo from the Walpurgis. Mm-hmm. Definitely do it. They are very good, very strong. Potency, additional dark damage. It'd be pretty good, but also this. Yeah. Alright. Boss battle time. Now, are we fully content with this? Because... yeah. Only reason I... Yeah. I think we do that. Okay. N-Corp Sinclair being hopeless a lot when I played him on the bleed team? Yeah, no. So, did you figure out why he was being hopeless? I was thinking it's because you were letting him get into positive sanity and thus his coins weren't rolling the way they were supposed to. Was it another issue with it that you figured out, or was that it? Alright, Foul Foul. You're gonna do that. You're gonna do that.
선 속을 벗어날 수 없어.
Ugh.
저분은 어디 아프신 걸까요? 아까랑 다르게 기운이 없어 보이네.
What's max stack of this? Just a 3? Okay. We need one more. I thought having a positive sanity didn't do anything to him. So the thing with negative coin units is they need to be in negative sanity to roll positive. It literally just completely flips the way that the coins roll. So for a negative coin unit, if you have plus 45 sanity, it has a 95% chance to roll heads, which means it's gonna roll low. If you have him at minus 45 sanity, that's a 95% chance to roll tails, which is to roll high. Essentially, you just need to flip your thinking for coins that roll negative. And the coins themselves will show negative indicators on them when they do. And that's generally how you parse it.
탈출 개체 확인. 벌써 이 소식 뒤에선 벗어났나?
It's the same exact way that Night of Despair Roja works. It's the same exact way that
하지만 슬슬 물리는군.
that it works with Wild Wild Hunt Heathcliff's secondary skill 3. All negative coin units work in that manner, which just adds a little bit of an extension to their mechanics, pretty much. We could get bleed going to a degree with that if we really want. That could be good for Faust, potentially. So basically, I should only have his base ego on him because of him always needing to be at negative sanity. For N. Sinclair in particular, I would say yes, it's a safe bet. Because N. Sinclair is one that will potentially often corrode. So for N Corp Sinclair specifically, yes. For other negative coin IDs, like Knight of Despair Roja and Queen of Hatred Dawn, I would say you can have the rest of their egos on them. But for N. Sinclair, it's a safe bet to take them off. Just because he's very finicky and he will often want to cause you trouble. But that in part is why the Rags item is good, because the Rags item will be bringing him down to negative 15 SP pretty much every time he uses his coins, which allows him to have more regulation. And then Enfaust and Ring Yi Sang will give even more sanity positive in order to counteract his moves, which bring his sanity down further automatically. Because if you look at his skill 1 through 3, they minus his sanity with their effect. So they in themselves allow him to remain within the bounds of what he needs to fulfill his clash power, pretty much. You're gonna go there, then you can go there, and you not there. Okay, we only have a single wave, so we don't really need to stress too much here. You go there with that. You go there. And you two go there. How do the music suggestions work? What do you mean, Yeast? Is N-Corp Yi Sang good for a backup part of the bleed team? No. So, N-Corp Yi Sang, my recommendation for him would be on a Poise or a Tremor team. Poise team, because his Poise generation is very solid, and you'll want to be bringing N-Corp Ryoshu with him to just have the most DPS you can get out of it. The Tremor team for him would be questionable because Uma Sang is a lot better. But if you want to combo with N-Corp Ryoshu, then bring him for that. But the Yi Sang that you want for Bleed team is going to be Ring Sang, because Ring Sang is very high bleed count output, good bleed potency output. He has good self-sanity restoration. He has good lust coin generation. And he also has a passive which gives further SP regeneration to teammates if you have him on the back line. So let me back out and I'll show you what my bleed team recommendation is for like the core team, okay? So my bleed team is this, and generally what I will be running for the bleed team, because it has good clash power, good lust coin, just generation, would be Kurikumo Ish and Kurikumo Heath. Those two are very solid. Each of them have +2 bleed count on their skill 2. Ish has a very solid skill 3, which causes bleed count to trigger 3 times, and that will include even when it's up to 99 potency, so she can get a lot of heavy DPS in. Heath has his 2 bleed count, and then his skill 3 has a very solid thing because he generates Dark Cloud Blade, which means when he uses his defense skill, he will reuse his skill 3. So you get 2 skill 3s for every skill 3, pretty much, as long as you can target his defense skill onto a clash. Then, so those two are on the team. Then Dulcinea, Roja, Manager Don. I bring along N-Corp Ryoshu just due to personal taste. It's up to you whether you would want to, because her resonance is pretty solid for having her on the back line as well. But Prince of La Mancha Land, these 3, Manager, Ring Sang, which would be 3, 4, 5, 6, and then pick between either Faust or Ryoshu depending on what you would want. I take Ryoshu and have Faust on the back line for her passive personally, but her in passive, which is 2 allies for 15 SP, is very solid as well. But Ring Sang, if you can see here, his support passive has good SP heal, especially if enemies have bleed. And he just has very solid stuff in general for himself with good clash power on his skills as well. So the bleed team overall is very solid. Noust first deploy. Boo! I don't know. I don't find her necessary, typically, to have on the field. SP generation is good enough without her. Are you still testing out if Middle Ishmael is good in a bleed team? Because she is doing fine, plus she's the only bleed Ishmael I have that doesn't lose sanity over time. I've not tested her in a bleed team, no. I'm typically just going to be using her in an envy team, or potentially in a burn team, depending on how she goes. I have not tested her much in that regard just yet. But I mean, if she's the only ish you have for it, try her out and see how she goes. I still recommend Kurikumo ish overall, though. You're gonna go there. That gets us 1 lust. Then you do that. You there. You get that going, and you do that. The only bleed Ishmael I have is Captain Ishmael and Middle Ishmael. Yeah, I know. Been running Noust first to play for 6 Kanto, works great. Yeah, no, N-Faust is good. I'm not saying she isn't. I also just am typically talking for MD, though. Once you have the whole team at positive sanity up to 45, her usefulness in that regard doesn't wear off at all, but it does just become a little less pertinent within the team is all. You have that, so that leaves you good there. We don't have that, we're solid. Music request. Fucking gas harpoon, bruh. You're lucky I love Compass. Gotta go, school. See ya. Have a good one, C19. Take care. Thanks for dropping by. Let's do those two. You there. That gets us 2 Lust, which will have Ryoshu putting out a good amount of Gaze. We'll put you there, have you do that. Boom, and boom. Captain-ish, if you're... I finished the last stage for Railway Line 5 and got unlucky with the Assured Season 5 ticket. It only gave me Mana Jordan dupe. Oof. Well, at least you did... At least you got some Dawn shards with it. It could have been worse, truthfully. You're gonna do that. Then you can go ahead and do that-ish. Yeah, middle-ish seems like she'll be an okay bleed unit, all things considered. I haven't messed with her too much, so I can't talk on it, but I know that Captain-ish is pretty solid, and if you're bringing along the N-Corp folks, and you're having N. Sinclair, then bringing along Captain-ish might be a good way to sort of help out with his sanity requirements, because I believe she helps out with restoring sanity based on the units that are adjacent to her on the table. And hell yeah, our Stream Elements thing is working. Let's go. Fuck yeah. Okay. So you get to use that now. You can use those. You use that, you use that, you use that. Also, why does Captain Ishmael always lose sanity regardless if she wins a clash a lot? Okay. For enemies her ID level or above, I mean. It doesn't trigger for enemies lower level than her. Okay. Let's go ahead and just get into it. We do not have 2 Lust coins available. So we're just gonna do that. You're gonna trigger your shit.
저희에게도 이런 힘을 베풀어 주시다니.
Okay, we got line breaker building. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's save that, do that. We can get her defense stance up next turn. We have 2 lust coins going. Yisang has a skill 3 built up, so when we get him going, he's ready to do his power move. W Greg. Okay, we have 5 on the field. So let's go ahead and do that. You have 3 line breakers, so you're getting there. You're gonna do that and then that. You're gonna do that and then that. Faust gets up to above 10 next turn, so she can use her skill 3 at max attack weight. What the best 2-star IDs for each sinner? You're asking me these questions off the top of my head, brother. These are questions that I need to be looking at my ID library to be able to ask, truth be told. Yi Sang, his best 2-star ID is probably going to... It's probably going to either end up being... No, it's not going to be either. Yi Sang's best 2-star is going to probably be his what's it called? The ID to go along with the Queequeg Heathcliff and the Captain Ishmael. I forget the name of it, but his pirate ID pretty much. Faust's best 2-star, to my understanding, Wuthering Heights Faust is really good. Harpooner, yes. Wuthering Heights Faust is really good, but if you have W Corp Faust at Uptie 4, she's a viable charge unit. It's just she doesn't live up whatsoever to Multicrack Faust, so she's very much worse. So probably Wuthering Heights Faust for 2-star. Dawn would, for the sake of passive, Blade Lineage Dawn is good for her poise support passive, but for actual use, I would say that Lobotomy Ego Lantern Dawn is really solid. For Ryoshu, I know a lot of folks still use Eurodivvy Ryoshu because she's pretty solid, and I know that if you don't have all of the best burn IDs, that Liu Ryoshu can do some solid burn potency. So Liu Ryoshu is not bad, plus she has all her Clash Power stuff to be able to bring her up to a higher level. So Liu Ryoshu ain't bad. For Merceau, I personally value middle Merceau the most due to his support passive, which is healing SP for allies with multiple of the same faction on field. He's a very good ID, and he's one that I'll often pick as just an offset ID in order to get additional SP in. W Corp Honglu, I would say, is definitely his best 2-star, because overall, I think that W Corp Merceau and W Corp Honglu should have been switched of their 2 and 3 star rankings, just because of how useful they are and the actual like viability and fights they have. Heathcliff, multi-crack Heath, I suppose. Edgar Family Butler for Ishmael. Now, no, I am talking from ones that I have. I have not used all of the IDs, so I can't talk on all of them of yet. LCCB, Assistant Manager, is still not great, but she's done some good. And I know people have good feelings towards NCorp Roja to a degree. Lobotomy Red Sheet is one that a lot of people like and say has some good results for Sinclair, but I often bring Zwei Association for extra defense level for his support passive. For Otis, I like Sync Otis quite a bit, but Ring Pointillist Otis is very arguably the best 2-star for her. And then for Greg, Kurakumo or the Zwei Greg are generally the best from what people say. Is Kurakumo Honglu viable for Bleed Team? Because that's the only Kuro ID I have. He helps for Bleed Potency, but overall he would be one of the less important, because there are just the rest are far better overall. I will BRB, guys. Just 1 second, please. Okay, I'm back, guys. Alright. So. The plan is simple. I will be eating for a couple of minutes. So if you guys want to talk about anything in particular or ask questions, I am free to chat. Whether it be about Limbus IDs or thoughts on other matters, etc. Please feel free to ask. Hungry boy. Yummers. I hope if we get any more of the boys universe, it's good. Because I liked the first couple seasons quite a bit. I hope it doesn't start declining or anything. I really hope so. Then again, don't even know if there will be more, to be fair. Let's bring up Kurakuma Honglu, why don't we? Yeah, so Kurakuma Honglu at Uptide 3, because I don't have him to Uptide 4, which means we can't really take a gander at his full viability. Has a 2 bleed potency. Skill 1. His Cloud Cutter is the main thing, which makes him very good, all things considered, for the Kurakumo team. Because if the enemy is below a certain amount of bleed count, he gets to just inflict additional bleed for free. Which, on top of the extra bleed, he's also doing more damage. So, it's very solid in that regard. But it's not going to be taking place very often unless you're in chain battles and stuff, because of the prerequisite fact that the enemy needs to be below the 4 bleed count. And then say you're in MD or something. In MD, you're going to be having ego gifts which boost your bleed and bleed count so high that you're probably not going to be able to be activating that after turn 1. So he loses his viability as far as like extra DPS in that regard. Plus his clash power suffers for it, amongst other things. There's just a lot of variables to why he, while good in hindsight on the Kurakumo team specifically, for a bleed team overall kind of suffers. And then his skill 3 has Paralyze, and the Paralyze is the thing about him, other than his skill 2, that really does kind of boost him to a very viable ID. Because that Paralyze is what's going to be allowing other IDs to win clashes. That's going to be what's allowing people to outspeed and other stuff like that. But overall, he really does He's just a good 2-star unit, really. Are N-Corp, Ego, Yisang, and Ryoshu viable in an N-Corp team? Yes. So, where is it? So, if an ally is N-Corp Fanatic, she applies her stuff to them. So she is getting to apply that to all the N-Corp middle hammers and everything to give them additional stuff and just have a general viable, useful passive going. But to my understanding, N-Corp Ryoshu and N-Corp Yisang do not have the classification that allows them to get Fnatic from Faust. So they're not benefiting in full from the N-Corp team like the rest of the N-Corp units do, but they still count as N-Corp, so they're still getting benefits overall. And they're good units as long as they're in a duo. So most teams that you put them in, they're going to be thriving as long as you're doing their mechanics right and taking proper care of your other units alongside them. But the main thing you need to remember with N-Corp Ryoshu and N-Corp Yisang is that them and their synergy stuff relies entirely upon Ryoshu's gaze mechanic. So when you're doing that, you want your team to have a good supply of lust coins so that you can build up gaze on enemies. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to divert Yisang's skill 3 to Ryoshu in a safe manner. And you're not going to be able to use Ryoshu's upgraded skill 3, which gives her a big DPS boost and attack weight. God, I was fucking starving. All right, continue. Okay. So the way that gaze works is Ryoshu, when she hits enemies with her skills, she inflicts gaze. So generally you want to go by skill 1 inflicts 1, skill 2 inflicts 2, and skill 3 inflicts 3. But the way it works is that when she has 2 res of lust coins, it makes it so she inflicts additional gaze, an additional 2 gaze when she hits. And when she has gaze of contempt, that's an additional 1 more. And when she's hit, she inflicts 1. So generally, what you're wanting to do is make sure you have enough lust coins on the field and you're slotting them in when she's attacking so that she can apply a bunch of gaze to enemies. And what you want to remember is that once 7 gaze are on enemies, you can use Yisang's skill 3 and have Ryoshu slot in her defense skill for that turn. That will make her redirect the skill 3 outwards at enemies, and she will take barely any damage for it, whereas typically Yisang would kill or nearly kill an ally in order to hit enemies with his skill 3. So you're bypassing the friendly fire aspect and doing massive damage on top of it. And then the turn after, Ryoshu still gets to use her powered up skill 3, because Yi Sang's skill 3 duo with Ryoshu does not consume the gaze on enemies. It merely uses it as a activation clause. So those two, as long as you have lust coins within the ID team that you're using, they can pretty much sufficiently handle a lot of stuff on their own. It really is just a matter of fueling the gaze count on enemies, and then you're able to just wreak havoc with them. So, with that in mind, Faust has Lust skill 2, Lust defense skill. Yi Sang has Lust skill 2, Dawn, N-Corp Dawn, let's see. She has Lust skill 1, and I don't know what her defense skill would be once up tie 4. So, is that why when I use my N-Corp Yi Sang with someone's support Ryoshu, my Heathcliff got hit by Ryoshu when I used them against Earl King? So, there is a clause with Ryoshu that's a bit weird at times, but generally it works the way it does because a enemy is untargetable by her. So when Yi Sang uses his skill 3, if you're not using a defense skill with Ryoshu, and even when you are, she will typically toss out a free skill 1 at an enemy. So let me see if I could find exactly where it makes it happen. Main target. Lose all if you... No, it's not there. Is it on Ryoshu? When staggered, gain bullshit. N-Corp. Yeah, here. So, before using the skill, if the skill's main target isn't N-Corp Ryoshu, and if she can use her base skills, Ryoshu uses her skill 1 as an unopposed attack against the main target. Indiscriminate. So, if Yi Sang is not targeting Ryoshu, and is not targeting an enemy with his skill 3, it means that she will toss out an indiscriminate skill 1 that can attack allies based on it being indiscriminate. So as long as Yi Sang's skill 3 is going to Ryoshu via 7 gaze on the field and via her using defense skill to direct it to herself, then she will attack an enemy with that unopposed skill 1. Or if the skill 3 from Yi Sang is going to an enemy, she won't even toss, or she will toss out the skill 1 at enemies, to my understanding. And that's why it's a bit finicky, because when Yi Sang's skill 3 hits an ally, it or an enemy other than her, she will toss out her skill 1. And so it just becomes a bit of a, like, additional thing that if you're not paying attention, it can fuck you up. And that's one of the reasons I like them, is because I'm not a win rate person, so paying attention to them in this regard is very entertaining and fun to me when I'm playing. Because I like the intensive mechanics and all that mess. Let's get Fraggle. And Poise. So in that regard, after we get done with this MD, I can toss us into a thing to show off how Ryoshu and Yiseng work, just as an example. You do that. You go ahead, do that. You go ahead, do that. Then you go there, which leaves you there to redirect to that. Okay, so basically, Ncorp, Yiseng, and Ryoshu are anti-win rate is what you were saying before. Most IDs with very specific mechanics like this are anti-win rate, yes. Because Yiseng's skill 3 will get auto-prioritized by win rate, just like any other skill 3 for the most part. But the difference is that his skill 3 can target your allies and will very often kill allies. And then Ryoshu, if you're not paying attention to that, will also attack allies as a result. So you keep a close eye on them pretty much if you're win rating. And you make sure to manually change their skills. Otherwise, they're going to attack you. But as you can see, when Ryoshu's attacking, she's leaving gaze on the enemy. The goal is to get that number up to 7, and then when that number hits 7, you can do the redirect tech with Ryoshu and Yiseng, or Ryoshu can slot in her skill 3, which is her lust skill, which will automatically turn into the skill 3 too, which is a 1 coin attack weight. Is Ncorp, Yiseng, Ryoshu, and Magic Bullet Otis the only IDs that are anti-win rate, or is there more? I probably haven't known yet. I would say there are more. Magic Bullet Otis is definitely one of them. Yiseng and Ryoshu, I would say, are definitely some. Captain Ish, I would say, is anti-win rate just due to the fact that her SP going down from not getting kills definitely puts her in a rough spot a lot of the time. What else is there? There are more. There are definitely more. We're gonna go there. Which one of you has that on you? So it's gonna be on left arm. Okay. Trying to think, what other IDs are anti-win rate? I mean, I would say Enclair is very anti-win rate. Magical Girl Dawn is anti-win rate if you're wanting to get her into her negative sanity, just as a result of you needing to do her Envy Resonance in order to get her Arcana, Magical Arcana, to actually have her switch sanity states. So that would be if you count that. What else? Give me that, and additional damage would be good. And we also have a lot of sloth and attack weight, so that would honestly be pretty solid on the team. Down here for just more tremor shit, I guess, question mark? Yeah. But, yeah, no, overall, I would say... So Despair Rojun is also one too, since she relies on negative sanity. No. I would say that Knight of Despair Roja is a lot more viable for win rate, because you can completely and utterly avoid her negative sanity mechanics if you just don't use her defense skill. Whereas with Dawn, her low sanity mechanic is based off of resonance. Roja's is literally just activated by using her defense skill. So it's a lot more viable for kind of like winging it. Let's go ahead and do that, and then you and you can go there. Because here's the thing, Knight of Despair Roja on positive sanity is still incredibly strong. She still has great clash power. She can still do a crazy good amount of DPS. And the effect that she gets from being high sanity is still very positive for her. It's just that when she's in low sanity, she gets the bonus of additional damage on top of her rolls. She gets additional coin power, and she applies more sinking, so that means you get to lower more sanity of enemies. She just is stronger in low sanity if you choose to use it. But it is completely optional because of how powerful of an ID she is, as is, realistically. You go do that. Then you go there and have you behind you. Then we can tag you there with that because we don't have any lust going on. Yeah. You two can go there. That's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Any of the Blood Fiend and or Heisho IDs somewhat anti-win rate? Blood Fiends... I mean, I would say... No. You can win rate them just fine. It's just... if you're win rating, you're not going to be doing the mechanics, is the thing. Or if you're doing the mechanics, it's going to be doing them inefficiently or non-purposefully. Right, fine with them both. It's just a matter of it not being efficient and missing out on some mechanics. Okay, let's tag you there and have you do that with yeah, you two go ahead and do that. Then we can just shove homeboy there, you there, and you two over there. Okay, so we can just shove you, no. You there, and you there. We'll shove you there, and we'll shove you there with you behind. And then you can go there. Okay, let's go ahead and let's just shove that. Who's that on? It's on you? Alright, you're gonna die anyways, doesn't matter. So we have enough on the field, so let's do you there. Which means we can just shove you there at the very end. We can shove you there after you, and then you there and you there after you. There we go. Oh. We do have that. Could we possibly get an N-Corp team gameplay from you? In which regard, could I ask? Like, because I don't have the full N-Corp team leveled up to 50, so I can't do a hard MD. So, what would you want to see them doing, if I could ask? Ahab? You really love just saying Ahab Yeast. You gotta remember, I'd have to do the entire dungeon. Just a gameplay of them on whatever you can play the team with? Okay. Sure, after we finish up MD, we can. Fuck, I forgot. We'll just jump back into MD with the N Corp team in that case after we're done. We can go on easy mode and it won't be difficult, so things will probably be dying very fast, so it won't be like the best showcase, unfortunately. But it'll get to see what the IDs are like to a degree at the very least. So let's send you there. You there. You there. You there. And then you there after her. Call me in if you find Ahab. I've yet to beat hard mode fully on Mirror Dungeon because phone crashing go burr. Oof. Have you... Is there any chance that you could try lowering your graphics settings on phone to potentially give yourself a better chance of doing it? Or do you already have them at like the lowest, potentially?
이제 싱수에서 벗어났나? 이야기만 잘 들리지 않는다.
Okay, let's tag you there. We'll go ahead and send you there to double that up, which will then let you go there, which we can send you after, which isn't gonna do us any good, so let's just send you, and you can go there, at which point you two can go there. I have them at the lowest on Limbus Company? Okay. Only thing I could maybe recommend in that case would be maybe having your phone plugged in when you're playing, because that might give your phone like a boost in power and capability to be able to like push through the intensiveness. I don't want damn tea if it's not the flavor of Weeb's eye. God damn it, Yeast. They're not doing streamer promotions like that yet. Give it time. Get the fuck out of my chat, bot seller. Fucking low life nobody. Alright. Let's go ahead and tag you. So after that, we'll do you there, you there. That allows us that. We only have that many on field, so we do that and we do that. That allows us to have cut down and trample. We can just go ahead and do that, stack you there, and then have you there. That gets us 2 lust. That means she'll put 2 more on, which gets us 7 gaze. Okay. I'm only missing N-Corp, Dawn, and Marcel. Weeb get gamer subs and make Weeb's eye flavor? Oh my god. So gamer subs is definitely a bit of a high grasp for our size, to be fair. It'd be cool if it could be possible, but I don't think we're there just yet. Let's go ahead and tag you there. You have that, so let's honestly tag you and you, and then we can come in and do you there, you there, you there, and you there.
빠르게 처리하지. 남고 무수히 남고 얼마든지 넌또 제쳐라.
경외감 속에 숨어 하늘만한 가치가 무엇이고
자세히 모르겠네.
The great thing about the gaze stack from Ryoshu as well, Spring Foxy, is that if an enemy has gaze and they die, it will relocate to another enemy automatically, so you don't lose out on stacks from killing enemies. Unless the entire wave wipes out, then you will lose it. So as long as you keep one enemy alive, it will always transfer to another, pretty much. Can't wait for you to check your emails to find gamer subs. I mean, what do you know? I'm checking my emails. There's no gamer subs in there. Unfortunate. We're just too small of a channel for it, East. Trust me, if it was possible, I'd fucking do it, because I actually do like gamer subs. I have a tub of it right here in front of me. Fucking the anime girl thigh one, which is the orange creamsicle flavor. Let's go ahead and do that. Boom and boom with you in front and you at the far back, and then you two can go ahead and do that.
빠르게 처리하지.
When I was opening the assured ticket for season 5, I was hoping to get the Heisho IDs or the Kurokumo IDs from that ticket. Aw. Could they bring back the spring cultivation event for this spring? I mean, spring cultivation wasn't in spring, so... Or was it? Might have been? Spring cultivation, if it comes back, it'll probably be at like a topical moment in the story. If we get like Zichun or someone else from Hongwan showing up. But at the same time, I also think we're just not going to get that event back for the simple fact of it's way too recent. And we have a bunch of other like older events that still need to get voice acting before spring cultivation. List of priorities and all that. It's going to be a while, more than likely. Get Guacamole Gamer Fart 9000. No thank you. I'll get it if I get donations to get it. But otherwise, no. I don't have the cash to be wasting on it right now. So we have 3 on field. We can get another... We don't have a skill 3. Okay. Then we're gonna do that. That. you go there. Otis, I'm gonna need you to do that. I know it's a bit unfortunate. And then you go ahead and do that. I have to wonder. I have to wonder what Intervalo we'll be getting between Kanto 9 and 10. It's just hard to say because we really are kind of in the dark to a degree on what they have in mind for us. Let's go ahead and do that. Have you do that. Make a redeem for 10k that makes you say OO. You know, I think I've figured out that you and Lynx really do just enjoy making me suffer, Yeast. Beautiful, Ryoshu. We don't have that on the board, so let's do... Nah, we're more likely to pop off with that. Let's 2 skill 1s. Do that. We have enough for that, which will be a W. Then you two go ahead and just do that. Also, you misspelled redeem. How do you misspell redeem, brother? I'm surprised that Prince Merceau, T-Corp Otis, and W-Corp Heath is locked behind Season 6 event when Time Killing Time and Murder on Warp Express were way before Kanto 8. Well... The thing is that all those IDs came out during Season 6. It's not that surprising. They're tied to when they release, not the intervalo that they're like from, quote unquote. Kanto 9 point... Ah, fuck you, Ishmael. Kanto 9.5 is gonna be Ahab. It's the perfect point to bring her back. It could be, or just Kanto 10 in general. One or the other, to be fair. Nice-ish. Alright, you're gonna go there. You do that, Otis. You do that. You go ahead, do that. Weeb turns into Ahab for 5 seconds. Oh yeah, because Ahab survived the implosion of the whale, so she needs to come back. Spring Foxy, could I ask, how far into the story are you right now? Because I thought that you were up to date, but you give mixed signals, kinda.
제발. 내서 집회한다. 벌써 먹었나?
감회가 새로워요. 그만둘 생각이 없어 보이네요.
Alright, we're still not ready. So let's go ahead, use that. Yeah, because I haven't really been playing a lot of the past Kanto dungeons, so that's probably why. What do you mean you haven't been playing a lot of the past Kanto dungeons? You've just been skipping the story? And like doing the fights alone? Is that what you mean? We have enough on the field. Let's go ahead and do that.
어. 이제 싱크에서 벗어나는 경외감 속에 숨. 벗어날 수 있다.
자세가 모르는 자비에 감사하는
Why do I have a ping? Get that shit out of here. May not be able to join stream. Okay. I'll have to let Lynx know that we wish them best. Do that. You there. You there. You there. You two there. And you there. Hey, what's up, PP Hermie? Hope you're having a good one today. Nearly forgot to do my MD. Now I too am trying to rush my MD before maintenance. And also, haven't really watched the Kanto 5 story in a while, ever since beating it. And yes, I know I could just go to theater, but sometimes the theater doesn't show everything. I mean, a good alternative is always just turning on a Let's Play and watching someone else play through for the first time. It re-ups your first impressions on the story, lets you re-engage with all of it through a new set of eyes, etc. I would generally recommend it, especially if you're wanting to keep up to date where the story and stuff is going. Let's have Faust go there with you, and then you just do that, and then we can have you. Go there, do that. You there. Otis, you there, and Greg, you there. Man, wear links? check the Discord general chat, Yeast. Lynx is out eating with folks at the moment. They're probably not going to make stream. How you feel about Sonic boss themes and music request? I mean, actual Sonic boss themes I'm generally fine with. Are you thinking the Frontier ones in specific? What Kanto are you on? We're currently up to date, PP. Would you rather I just call you Hermie, or what would you prefer? Because PP is a bit of an off one. Any Sonic game boss themes? Alright, I mean, submit what you'd want. I'll take a gander. You're gonna go there. You there. You there. You there. No. You there. Which will leave you for that. You have deep wound where? Open wound is on the chicken bucket. So we'll send you there. You there. And no. And you there. Yeah, okay. I usually go by Hermie, yeah? Okay. Then, yeah. We're currently up to date on all Kantos for the most part, Hermie. I joined in on Limbus around October of 2024. So, I've been on for a good little bit. I have a decent repertoire of IDs and everything built up at this point. Still not 100% of everything, though. Let's stack you there. And I can't remember. Do they die on Papa Bongi? Let's just do that and stack everyone. Chicken bucket is destroyed, so that's not an option. Yeah, let's just go for the kill in the hope that it kills the chickens along with them. Okay, I sent one in music discussion. Alright. Okay, yeah, they don't die automatically. I thought they didn't. What kind of Pokemon-ass theme is this? Sounds like I'm raiding the Team Rocket headquarters right now. How about other PM medias? Have you played LOR and Red DD and the like? So, I still don't get why everyone on phone isn't reporting the glitch that happens, or if you get a new 3-star ID, the screen stays black. I don't know, man. I don't know any of the phone glitches due to my not using it, so I can't talk on it for the most part. Let's do that. And let's pause that for a second so I can think. So, yes, Hermie. I have been through the entirety of Lobotomy Corp. I've been through the entirety of Library of Ruina. I have read a hefty chunk of Leviathan, and I am starting on Distortion Detective as we speak. So, Distortion Detective is really one of the last pieces of PM media that I have not read or intaken so far. So I'm pretty much getting there. Turn it back on. We have fucking no time whatsoever to get this done, so we need to do the lines, if anything. 12 minutes to get 2 floors. Maintenance is gonna start. This is what I get for talking. Thank you, Ish. Pierce would be good. I don't think we really have any Pierce, though. We have Ryoshu. We don't need it. Give me a single refresh. That gets you. That's good, honestly. That gets you. That's good, honestly. Malarco would be kind of interesting. Let's go ahead, grab that, and let's grab Lithograph. Upgrade our Stoof. Give me shields. Wonder how much people are reading DD now. Pretty much there. DD is a big one these days. Can't wait for Kanto 13 and Dante to have the biggest crash out in PM. Better watch out, I'm catching up. Hello, Garden of Thorns. Let's just ignore you and go for the head. Let's all in, pretty much. And that's that song done. You can come here, check this. We have a new clip from Yeast. I'll have to check that out in a hot second. Remember Honglu, go for the head. After all the Kantos, Dante has the most valid crash out. I mean, yeah. Okay, Wrath is Faust, so toss you there. You're Merceau, Ishmael, Greg, Otis, Ryoshu, and you. Okay. Oh, my back. Okay. That's better. The Unk allegations are not gonna go away. Alright, Merceau, where are you? There. I need you to kill that thing, like, now, brother. Faust, you're gonna need some help there. Ishmael, you should be able to take care of it. Greg, I'm giving you that, just kill it. Ryoshu, I don't think you're gonna be able to kill it, so you're gonna need help as well, potentially. And then you are Otis. Honestly, just skill 3 it. And... skill 3 again, my friend. Dante corrodes into White Knight. Do not even say that shit. You're bringing bad things into reality, Hermie.
여기선 이런 공격을 잘못 기록했군요. 다들 첫 여정을 시작했을 때보다 인천 주성이 매일 더하는
Oh my god. Yeast doesn't understand. Yeast is innocent. The truly, truly dangerous reality is nowhere on his scale. So you're gonna go there. You're gonna go there. Otis. Honestly, you do that. You go there. We have one open wound actually. So we have a viability. And then you can go there or go across the board. Gregor is the outcast. W. Gregnit. Five minutes till maintenance starts? Yeah, I'm aware of Spring Foxy. Did you know about the Kanto 1 hidden Yuri Thylor? Hey yo, what? What is bro on about? Okay. You have enough of that. So we're gonna send you there. You're gonna go there. You there. You there. Hold up, I need to rush this MD first. Probably just best to finish this boss and go back to it after maintenance ends. Yeah, more than likely. Okay. You're gonna go there. You're gonna go there. That's if the boss you're fighting can die faster. Oh, it'll die. 3 minutes. It'll die. Yeah, it'll die. Ooh, lucky us, we got the MD gift. Okay. HP. Give me... Give me that. Let's go back to main menu before maintenance. Sinners smash or pass? Homie really said, fuck you, Merceau.
퍼레이드는 문제 없었지만 면 이제 지겨운 그 이 상황도 이를
약간의 희생이 있었죠.
He's French. Okay. So we should definitely be able to get enough for Jong Ishmael for Walpurg. Then we can start working up towards shards for the rest of the IDs after that. W. I just ended on floor 3 alas because didn't collect weekly yet. Also, I need to be reminded why people call the N-Corp Ego Fell Bullet and Contempt frauds. People call them frauds because Jia, Hun, and fucking Yisang's ex are fucking... they're frauds. Hidden Yuri Thylor in Kanto 1 is that if you hide the dialogue, Yuri and Aya are both wearing thigh bands that they swapped each other. Considering Yuri's crash out during Aya's death, I'm guessing they had a thing. I mean, she's Yuri. Oh my god. Okay. Oh shit. Well, so opinion on the coming IDs? What's up, Connie? From what I saw from the ID preview sheets, I think Sinclair looks more promising than I gave him credit for at first. Hey, what's up, Apollo? Servers are down? Yes, they are. Hope you're having a good one, you too. The Sinclair ID definitely looks a lot more promising than I gave it credit for when I first saw that we were getting a Ren ID. And the Greg ID, just on its own, looks very interesting in a terms of it looks like it'll be fun to use as an ID. So, overall, I'm pretty happy with it. I'm just curious how it's gonna go for the most part, really. Sinclair looks pretty good. I can see potential with Renclair, but it entirely depends on its shield and the amount of bonus crit damage. It could be crazy with Clearwater and MD. Yeah, definitely. Greg seems to be pursuing a different niche from FF and Edgar. Yeah. Greg... The thing about Greg, which seems very interesting, is that he has precedence without speed taking account on some of his stuff, as well as his getting benefit from bind, and I assume paralyze as well. From how it looks, his kit will operate. So he looks like he'll be quite the interesting ID in totality once it's in action. Probs 50% and 5 shield per stack, though shield seems a bit high, which I look forward to seeing. I'd put the shield min 50, max 100 for the max shield it might give. Clash any speed is just... yeah. It seems like it's going to be an ID that has a good niche of operability within some fights, but others it might be a lot more give or take. The Clash any speed has to resin passive. Should the Ishmael and Dante ship be... What a juxtaposition of questions. Gregor should be broken no matter what. I mean, that is a fair point, Hermie. That is a fair point. Besides the fact that non-changing speed wouldn't work with his lamp binding him, yeah. Okay. Let's see. What in God's name should we do while we wait for maintenance to end? You know what? This could be fun. Update titles. Update all. Come back here. Update title. Graders. Done. The one cannon ship is Pequod. Besides the fact that non-changing speed wouldn't work with his lamp binding him, I prefer Otis and Dante. I do hope the next Walpurg is Punishing and Judgment Bird. I'm honestly hoping for a Jan ID or something, Connie. I know it's a bit of an odd one, but I really just want it, personally. On an overall scale, though, I'd say Burbgore will be a better overall unit, considering it's comfy in most teams, while Edgar and FF are distinctly sink or burn. I keep seeing Faust X Dante, Portal 2, Limbus Horse Racing Test. We can't escape it. We will never escape it. I think the Ishmael and Dante ship became a thing because of Ishmael calling Dante or Compass in Kanto 5. That's my theory. It has existed since the first days of Limbus. I've also seen Donek's future Kalir in the era of Season 1, Day 1. We cannot escape Faust X Dante. Iwa. Well, next is Lobball perk. Jan has to be later at least. True, Connie. Nothing there in Limbus. Justicia, Merceau, next wall PP, trust. Real shit. Okay. So we have that. So let's clear grenades so we can cash our chicken in. Sell our seeds. Big Bird Gregor is foreshadowing trust. I saw Ryoshu X Future Sinclair vid on YouTube. I just haven't watched it. If they do Punishing Bird ID, I hope they change the weapon. A dainty pistol will be boring. You have just reminded me of the Chekhov's gun of Kanto 3, the everything there of an Inquisitor. Sell all this shit. Grenades away. Okay. With a view, we have to find a rotary encoder on Stella Montis and then use it, right? Okay. Turn Arc Raiders volume down slightly. Apollo, it is nothing there, and considering those ego corrosions are worn by N-Corp, it's a nothing there ego corrosion on an Inquisitor. Yeah, that's what I meant. The eco is based on nothing there. Oh, I thought you meant based on an aberration. Yeah, XD. All good. Ads coming up in about 10 seconds, guys. But yeah, Kanto 10, dear God, the Aleph approaches. I am terrified. I'm excited. Shaking in my bootsies. Fires. A lot of people think it's an aberration, kind of immediate correction. The Inquisitors were the most annoying enemies I faced early gameplay. Same with Steam Luggage Machine. need pop triggers, so I'm not complaining. And I need rotary encoder, right? I'll take a free grenade. No, it's understandable. Lots of peeps get mistaken. Snake Inquisitors, no worries, I don't mind. It's time to make poison meta for once. Magnetron. Kanto 10. This is our burn Kanto because Soleo. Fishmail saw he use his body to kill the snipers. Give me a fucking rotary encoder game. I'll take rusted bolts, why not? Magnetron, dude, I don't need magnetrons. Director Y. Pinky Daddy. That's good. Arpeggio's kind of fucking boss. At least in the circumstance we're in. Firecrackers. I'll take a gas grenade. You there. Like that. Okay. Gas grenade there. Where the hell do you get a rotary encoder though, man? Where do you get a rotary encoder? That is my question. Pinky Poppy? Microscope. Mini centrifuge. Spectrometer, mini centrifuge. Trailblazer blueprint. Kind of a W. Power bank. Free medical supplies. No shelf. No grenade bag up there. And no grenade bag up there. Okay. Well, we're definitely in a good spot when it comes to loot. Okay. I really wish we could get the goddamn rotary encoder, though. Because we really are a bit shit out of luck until we do. Ow! It goes up. Thanks for the Limbus Company, East. It goes up. Okay, you dickhead. We can play this game if you want to play this game. Okay. It went away. God bless. Give me that. Give me that. Give me that. And then we need... let's just use this. That gets it out of our inventory. Put the bandies back. Take that. And we're good. Shield recharger and a bandage. Heavy ammo, we're fine. No security box. No backpack. Alright, we're just gonna tuck for a second, figure out our loot situation. We can extract over there. I think we get out with what we have. That lets us gauge what we're dealing with in a much more manageable way. Anything to be obnoxious, huh, Yeast? Make it impossible for me to hear, huh? Mods, take away Yeast's fucking soundboard privileges. We're alive! Let's fucking go. Oh, fuck. W third party. Alright, I think I am gonna look up how to get the goddamn thing, because I am a little bit annoyed.
Get me some solid, verifiable data.
Can be found in Exodus. Where do I find it? Arc Raiders, where to find rotary encoder. Within the Stellamontis map, specifically inside drawers, cabinets, and tool containers in the assembly, medical research, and business center areas. Yeah, no, so they can be found up there? Oh, it's that thing. Okay. Mods take Weeb's ball. Hey, yo. That is not how this works, brother. I am the streamer. Nobody takes my ball but me. Let's donate those. Let's learn this shit. How many arc alloy do we have? We have full stacks, so let's just get rid of that. Okay. Let's... I need to put that away. Fuck. Okay. Give me this temporarily. And take that. Lance, turn that green, please. Thank you. Give me that. Put that away. Alright, now we're in the money. So... Vita shot, revive stim, you. You there. And then like that. Okay. We just need to get lucky on the loot table, essentially. It's wizard time. Everyone fireball. Mods take Weeb's Pinar. You can't even spell Pinar right. Yeast, you're such a sad individual. Oh my god, 5 pings on X? Oh, thank god. We're getting audits on the goddamn Minnesota shit. Okay. I'm glad about the fucking audits, though. That's... You still misspelled it, East. That's 2 ticks on your dumb box. Alright. Let's see if... Penis. Crazy work. Lonely, lonely, we are so lonely. Lonely, lonely, we are so lonely. Fireball burner. Got another suitcase here. Two more suitcases. Come in here, big boy. Okay. Switch that out. Give me those. With this. Recycle this into fabric. Rotary encoder is not either of those. Let's see if we get a grenade. Got a light bulb, not what I'm looking for. Ammo box. The Tina blueprint's kind of crazy, not gonna lie. Been shot first too many times, brother. Can't take chances no more. Come get his ass, bro. Come get his ass. Come get his ass.
I missed, and then I fired, and then I fired, and I missed. I missed both times, and then I fired, and I missed. This went on for several hours. And then I
Nice
fired,
wasted
and
ammo.
I missed.
Idiot. Idiot. God damn it. Yes, you what he asked me. I will be the cause of your death. Mods. Time out, Yeast. Let's see. I have another Bettina blueprint right there. Do I care? Do I want to keep it? I don't really want to. I think I should just bring that in. But I can't just bring it in. Let's just get rid of a stack of seeds and put the Bettina away, I guess. Back to Stellamontis, free loadout. Hey, T-advert, peak. New messages here. Okay, that's fine. What about this? New T-Man tweets. General, nothing. Okay. Mods, take this man's dick, balls, and asshole? That's crazy work. Yeast, I will actually time you out, bro. Nice argument. Unfortunately for you, Fireball. If you're him, bro, come fuck me up. Aww. Okay.
Limbus Company!
Hitting it. Happy raiding, brother. Dude, fucking running up on me. God damn it. Okay, well, we're alive. We've reset ourselves. We can have a green inventory augment. We're in a decent spot. Okay. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Alright. Give me that. Put you in there. Give me that. Traders. Lance. Give me a green one, brother. Boom. 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 Okay. So you're gonna go there. You're gonna go there. I think I'm gonna keep you there. Then we're right back in. Alright. Gregnet. Truly peak. Truly peak. I should totally see if I could attach the channel points to the sound redeems, because that might make people spam them less, which could be a good thing for the channel. Just saying. Let's see if I could get my hotkeys up. Blah, blah, blah. But no. Put you there. It's a canon event, weeb. You need to get pregnant. You know, Yeast, you're kind of weird, man. Power to you, but you're kind of weird. Your party is traveling through a dungeon and comes across a skeleton that is hung up by a meat hook with a staff in it. Grab the how do I break the curse? Meat hook up my ass. I got assaulted by 3 fucking dudes, bro. Quit being a bitch.
Limbus Company!
I told you. Wait, not you, not you, not you. The other one, bro. Fuck. Why are you shooting at us unprovoked, dickheads? He's off that way. He's across the railing behind you. Like, across the gap. Weave gets gangbanged on camera. Crazy work. Fuck. Damn it. I almost got out of that. Almost. Okay. Blocktails OST? Why in God's name is Link's requesting music without even being here? Fucking fine, we'll play it. What the hell do I get rid of? I can get rid of shredder gyros. And synthesized fuel. Lynx is cool. Lynx is cool. Anything to serve my glorious streamer Weebsaurus. Glory to Weebdom. God damn it, Lynx. Alright, let's see what we can get done. Truce, bro, truce. Why is everyone fucking aggro, dog? Can we all take a chill pill for Christ's sake? Yeah, shoot the down guy, not the two guys that are up, idiot. Keep wasting ammo. Fucking hell. Failed to send a message. There is no I in team. However, there are six IS in fuck it. I don't care how big the room is. I cast fireball. There we go. They want your butthole. Jesus, man. Not cool. Not cool, brother. I should probably make a legit poll for some stuff. Okay. Let's see what we can get done. Be quick, be quick, be quick. Get her ass, bro! Get her ass! That person sucks dog dick. Fuck that person. God damn it, dude. It's literally aggro. Step 1. Step 1 aggro. I need to just kill people, man. I can't be hesitating. I gotta murder them. I gotta murder them! I gotta put on my Angie face. There we go. Now we're ready for murder. Okay. Yeah, no. Now we're ready for murder. Okay. Let's see if we can't get into a good spot. We're gonna play full stealth and just try to be smart. I know that's hard for us here at weebsaurus.com. We are like the antithesis of intelligence here, but we can try if nothing else. Literally attacked on all sides by dipshits, bro. I need the fucking music off. Let me in here. If we rub our brain cells together, something. We can make one. Literally, one idiot exchange for another, bro. Gangbang 2. I am truly about to go gamer mode. Gamer mode is on its way. You wouldn't like me when I'm gamer. God damn it, dude. We'll probably give it a couple more shots. If we're not having any luck, we'll probably call it. Because I don't see us making another hour of just deaths in our craters to wait for fucking MD. God damn it. If my paint turns brown, run? What? What does that mean, dude? What does that mean, brother? What does that mean, brother? Play Portal 2? Dog, I'm gonna play Portal 2 next week on the fucking... when you redeemed it. Stop being impatient or I won't play it at all. Like, I get that you're excited, but patience is a virtue, and patience is something that I will tell you to have. It's my stream, okay? Just please understand. I don't like having shit spammed at me. Okay? Alright, as long as you understand, bud. You're good, Yeast, you're good. It's just, when someone says it in a more, like, polite way to stop instead of keeping pushing. Because then it will become more of a harsh or even rude cut the shit, you know what I mean? Someone can only say it patiently so many times. It's a good lesson to learn for real life and online. Is that how you talk to your mother? Fuck. Literally just trying to do a fucking quest, brother. God. Okay. Fuck you. What? I wasn't saying that to you, Yeast. I was saying the quest thing to fucking the guy who shot me. Did you take that as towards you? No? Who are you saying fuck you to then? Like I meant when you asked why people keep shooting you? So you're saying they want to fuck me? Is that it? No, thank you. Ow. What's up, son? For once, no. What up, Doc? Whew. Ooh, that's good. Yeah, I'm down. So when I'm playing a game with one of my friends and they ask why they keep dying, I usually say, fuck you, that's why. Oh. Well, saying fuck you alone doesn't really communicate that. Saying fuck you alone typically means fuck you. So that's where the confusion's coming from. Yeah, that's on me. You're good. Oh.
Thank you, boys.
Whoop whoop.
Welcome.
Oh! Ow. That hurt.
Mark getting that bridge out for me, buddy?
Give me a second, I will. That hurt. Weeb without the glasses is W. I like without the glasses to a degree because I was able to get it so it has a bit of like eye glow, eye shine due to the lighting stuff. I think it looks pretty cool personally. Bro. Your mother really should have aborted you. Fuck, man. In the fucking friendly lobby too, dog. Come on. Ads in like 3 minutes, by the way. We'll give this one more shot and then we'll hop off. Cause, oh my god, weeb. I'm getting fucking tilted. I'm getting tilted. Besides, to all the people, abortion is completely normal, so why is it such a bad thing to say that? I agree abortion's bad, but fucking everyone else seems to think it's fine, so fuck it. Let the security box be here, please. And not here. Of course. I don't care. It's their body, do whatever. I disagree. I disagree. I think there are cases in which it's a fair thing to do, but I think most cases, it's murder. And people dehumanize the child by calling it a clump of cells instead of what it is, a baby. And there are some people that will get pregnant just to have an abortion out of spite. And for those reasons, I disagree with it. If it was used purely as a method to prevent pregnancy of, like, actual rape or worse cases, it would be one thing. But there are malicious people using it for bad reasons. We outlawed fucking plenty of stuff for bad people using and doing things for bad reasons. All the more reason to do it for that as well. But that's a personal take. Not everyone has to agree with me. but I will judge you if you disagree. Okay, fucking... So where do we gotta go? We have 27 minutes left on time. Okay. Nothing. Adrenaline shot. W. Interesting. They loot that, but they loot those, but not that. What causes people to do that? Do they prioritize the freezer room? No, because freezer room is still locked, no battery in it. They unlock that too. What is this weird prioritization? Confuse. Like doing that, yeah, if you weren't careful and accidentally got pregnant, then yeah. Ads. You were saying? So, yeah, no. Pretty much that, Yeast. If they are in a situation where they become pregnant against their will or something like that, I agree in the basic foundation of it. If people are just being idiots and being careless and getting pregnant, then that is not a reason to kill a child. And that's where my belief system kind of lies. I don't agree with dehumanizing it and letting careless shit people kill children because they didn't care enough to wear contraceptives or to be cautious in how they went about having sex. And trust me, we are above 2 billion abortions in America. What if they're a teen? Then they shouldn't be having sex. That if they're a teen, then why are they having sex? They shouldn't be. And that's as simple as it is. If they have sex, knowing the consequences, and they get pregnant as a result, that is their responsibility to deal with the pregnancy. If it's out of their hand, literally zero will of their own to stop it or prevent it, that is another question. But people having sex and being completely and utterly careless about stuff like that is not an excuse to kill a child. It's like, so, hear me out. Think of it like this. That's like saying, oh, my dog went outside and got pregnant without me knowing. I'm going to murder the litter of puppies because I can't take care of them. No, what do? You bring the dogs to a shelter, or, in the case of humans, an orphanage. You don't just kill it. That results in animal abuse laws. Why do we have those laws for killing puppies, but no laws for killing human children? Think about that. When you frame it that way, you start to like, oh, huh, that's questionable actually, isn't it? And that's as simple as it really is. What's up? I don't know, it often boils down to some morally ambiguous bullshit where people justify morally reprehensible behavior because they're either too lazy to put in effort to avoid that outcome, or they just don't care, and so they do it with a complete disregard for life. And I don't see why we should justify or allow that within our country. Or within the world at large.
Thanks, Raider. All right. Okay.
It's just like, I don't know. Life is precious. That's what it boils down to. That's all. I don't know. I'm a lot more of like a fucking moralist, personally. And so when I see complete dog shit, disgusting acts, I feel outraged towards it in a lot of ways. I used to be someone who was very harshly against the death penalty and stuff, for example, but with so much rampant pedophilia and other stuff going on in the world right now, I think that the only way to create a deterrent is death penalty for true evil crimes. And that's the sort of stuff. Did I just hear Bark Like You Want It by Sir Mix-a-Lot? Yeah, it sounded like it, potentially. Someone was playing music over their mic in the match, yeah. So, I don't know, man. It just... There's a lot of nastiness in the world right now, and I think contributing to it further does everyone a disservice rather than good. Is pretty much how I think it boils down. Let's sell you. Sell you. If we take that off, we have one more slot. Okay, so instead we're gonna sell that, which will get us that. So we can just do boom. Traders, Lance, give me that. Give me that. And then we're good. So let's go ahead and boom boom. You there, you there, you there, you there. And you there like that. Alright. I think I feel like I came here on the wrong time talking about death penalty and all that. Yeah, no. We're about to end. Oh my god, Lynx, this is the second stream in a row you show up right when I'm about to end stream. Jesus. We were just about to end, and Yeast and I were having a bit of a conversation about some more serious topics, so you came in at a bit of a rough time is all. Sorry, Minnie. But thanks to those of you who did come out. Thanks to those that were here earlier and for a majority of the stream. I will be back again on Friday. Brody, thank the Lord you're here. I will be back again on Friday. I hope you guys have a good one. Take care. I'm sorry, Lynx. I said we're about to end literally earlier before you showed up. I don't know what to tell you, big dog. I got stuff to do tonight before I go to bed. Just like you had stuff to do during stream, I have stuff to do now. So, I hope you understand. I will see you guys elsewhere. Have a good one.